So pajamas, silky pajamas and a fluffy coat on. We woke up at, well, I set my alarm for 6 because I wanted to make sure that I would catch the hot air balloons rising. And it's just so classic, like you set your alarm and you know you've set it way too early. And I woke up, kept snoozing, so by the time they were actually rising, I was like fast asleep, and I heard my mum go out there and she was like, "Oh Claudia, they're rising." But I don't know, it was like a really surreal moment because it kind of dawned on me, God, I'm really humbling myself with this morning look here. It really dawned on me that, like, as I was watching it, this is the kind of thing, like, you see this everywhere on Instagram, YouTube, like, you know, it in a way, and I mean this I mean this in the humblest way, like, it doesn't leave much for the imagination because it is exactly what it looks like online. And, like, you know, thank you, Mummy just brought me my tea. You know exactly what it looks like, but then when you come and experience it, it's something completely different, because whilst it might look the same, the feeling is so different. And for me, it was this realization that like, for me it was this realization that, wow, this is actually something that has literally been on my dreams of things to experience and witness, and now I'm here doing that. And I took some photos, I took some videos, obviously I'm recording this now, but really, I don't know, like, I just wanted to be in the moment and experiencing it. And I feel like that with a lot of the experiences I have, and with most of the experiences I have. However, I will say that this surprised me because I really thought that I would be more wanting to take more photos, wanting to get more pictures and content and whatever like that, and videos, but I just wanted to get a couple so that I could capture it, like, mainly on my camera. I literally only took one of my mum and I on my phone, and the rest I just wanted to see and feel, because it really was that moment where I was like, hang on a second, in the most grounded way, this is a dream come to life, like, in the most non-cringy way possible. When you sit there and you, like, sit back, and I'm witnessing this now, and I'm thinking, wow, I have seen all of this, and it looks exactly how I, you know, expected, so to speak. Oh, there's a little doggy. Morning. Good, how are you? Good. Yeah, so even though it looks kind of exactly how I expected, so to speak, the feeling that you get to witness that is something completely different. And it's so interesting for me because I'm looking at, like, all the different balloons, and, like, some are going up, some are going down. You can't really gauge how far away they are from each other. Like, some that look next to each other obviously aren't, because one is really big, one is really small, and then you can see the ones that are just rising, like, they're very dimly lit, and then the ones that are super high up in the sky have the direct sunlight on them. So to just, like, be in that witnessing of, like, the whole, and also all of the individual parts at the same time, and then equally still be noticing what's going on in the sky, the birds, the clouds, the sunrise, the planes, it's a really beautiful experience.
I have never known a place on earth more peaceful than here. On this day, my mum had booked us a guided hike with Niazi. These were just segments of our Middle-earth views. This hike was really a beautiful experience because it felt like our spirits were walking us. Led exclusively by the heart, snippets of conversations flowing in and out, distracted by nothing but encompassed by the nature around us. And the little hotel doggy followed us the entire way as well. Apparently he usually trods off back about halfway through, but this time he wanted to go the distance with us. Along the way, Niazi was telling us about the different plants that come alive in the springtime, and the variety of fruits that are available to harvest throughout the seasons. It made me realise how out of touch we are with our natural world, and how desperately we need to come back to that connection for our humanity and our sanity. Okay, so the caves here were like nothing I'd ever seen before. Little dwellings, as my mum referred to them, that people had inhabited thousands of years ago, living entirely off of the land and living by the seasons. And the views, oh my goodness, the views were utterly indescribable. Here lie some of the oldest churches in the entire world. For the most part, pictures and videos were forbidden to preserve their states, but in this cozy corner, photography was permitted, but what you see on the screen just does not do it justice. Inscribings inside of an imam and bishop holding hands, and depictions of biblical stories that are more accurate than versions of the holy text we have access to today. I don't know, something here felt so profound to me. The fact that I wouldn't be able to translate all of the goings-on that were inscribed here, but what is felt is this energy behind them, the truth behind them, some semblances of sacred knowledge left behind in an unforgettable corner of the world. And whilst so much of this adventure felt like ancient history, it feels like a story that is being lived continuously. Not only by the people who come to visit, but by those that still live here and by the energy that it carries. It has its own aura, which was well and truly felt, and that's something that's going to last forever. I can only imagine that, void of all ego and attachment to their creations, that is what the people who once left their mark here might have hoped. And this place seemed far more than a place to me. It held a story of its own, deep within its core, a story to which only those who came to experience for themselves with an open mind and soul could bear witness. The rising of the sun and the setting of the moon felt like a constant cosmic dance, a place that was still, quiet, easy, yet never stagnant. One that perhaps holds onto the ease of its own nature because of all that it has taken for its story to be inscribed into its land. Darkness and light intertwined, and whispers of a peace eternal across the heart of the remembering land.